How's it going, guys? It's Nathan from Nathan's MRE, and today we're doing another Augason Farms package, and this is instant black beans and rice. Okay, so this guy here is another 4 servings, and this is also just add water. It's 190 calories. Let me see here. So you fix it the same way. You remove the oxygen absorber, you carefully whisk into contents of pouch into 3 cups. This is a little more water, 3 cups of boiling water. And something that we realized in the last one, that it called for 2 1/4 cups. I put about 2 1/2 in it. That just wasn't enough. So I'm not sure here. This says 3 cups. We might go a little bit more. If you don't put more in it, it becomes very dense and sticky, and you don't really want that. And so anyway, do that. It says cover, remove heat, let set for 10 minutes. Last time we went 15 just to be sure. And it says remove cover and additional 2 to 3 minutes. So okay. So add meat. So I have an option to add meat. This is 190 calories. Its total fat is 2% of daily value. Saturated fat 0. Trans fat 0, cholesterol 0, sodium 780 milligrams of sodium, and this is per serving, and there's 4 servings in the bag. Total carbohydrates 40 grams, 13% of daily value. Dietary fiber 5 grams, sugars 2, protein 7. And this is a 2,500 calorie diet. Oh, that's all that was set up on that. It doesn't actually say how many calories. Well, it's 190 per serving, which isn't really much. And this has black beans, long grain rice, beef base, salt, soy protein, sugar, cornstarch, caramel color, onion powder. That sucks. The last one had onion powder in it, and it was like the most onion powder you've ever had to deal with your entire life. And my take on that, a lot of the TV dinner stuff goes to a lot of garlic now if you buy stuff at the grocery store. And I think why that is, I think that's actually cheaper just to dump it full of garlic powder, onion powder. And that's kind of sad. Hopefully it doesn't have a lot in it. And other than that, modifying cornstarch, food starch, not cornstarch, dehydrated chopped onions, seasoned spices, dehydrated red and green peppers, granulated garlic. This thing sounds pretty harsh. Cumin, cilantro, ground oregano, black pepper, celery seeds, and the only allergen in it is soy. So let's go and get it opened up and see what we got here. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Let's get our trusty razor knife out, give her a little slice. And the last one we did, the stroganoff, the beef stroganoff, it wasn't that bad, to be brutally honest with you. I give that like a D-. It was just so strong. It smells more like a taco seasoning is what this smells like. And let me go ahead and cut it all the way open so you guys can have a look inside of it too. And we have our oxygen absorber, of course. Get him out of there, can't eat that. And here we have, let me see if it'll actually focus. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Looks like more like it won't. You can see it's just really fine ground. You can see all the rice and stuff in it. You can see some flecks of red in it. It really don't smell bad. It smells like a really high grade taco seasoning. So let's get our hot plate out. Let's go ahead and get her cranked open and see what we got. Alright, so I'll tell you what we've done. We moved outside. Tomorrow is our first day of white-tailed deer hunting, and I want to do that, so I don't think that stinking like cumin and chili seasoning is going to be the best idea for that. So we have everything set up out here. We're going to go ahead and bring this up to a boil, which it should almost be at. We'll come back and we're going to mix this in. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me. I changed microphones, went to a real heavy windsock, and we're going to go ahead and dump this stuff in. The water's at a small boil. You can see little bubbles all in it. We got the lid on it. We're going to go ahead and pull the lid off. Set it over there in a safe place. Maybe a safe place. And we're going to start dumping this in. We're going to go ahead and just kind of dump it all around here. And we got about, I'd say we probably got right at 4 cups instead of 3 cups, because I figured if it's too much water, I could always just take the lid off and leave the heat cranked up and we'll cook some of it off. I'll go ahead and stir this in really well. Careful to get all the clumps out of it. I think we'll leave the lid off. We have our burner up on high. As you can see, it has some clumps like that in it. We want to make sure and get all that all squished down. But at the same time, you got to be careful so it doesn't stick. Which is a ceramic skillet, so it's not likely it's going to stick very easily, but with enough heat it for sure will. See, it's kind of foaming up. It has a tremendous amount of seasoning in it, but it doesn't smell like it has the insane amount of onion powder is what the beef stroganoff had. So maybe we'll get lucky, be pretty good. You can probably hear the gunshots in the background. Not before our whitetail season. Everybody gets crazy here in Missouri, and pretty much people come out in droves. Alright, we'll come back in a minute. I'll keep stirring it and we'll come back. Alright guys, so we're out of daylight. We're back inside. It's set with the lid on with the heat for about 10 minutes. I took the lid off, stirred it up, and it's set now, and it's still a little warm. It's getting cooler. As it gets cooler, it gets thicker. So I guess at this point in time, it don't really smell like much after it's completely cooked. It's still pretty hot. Got a lot of steam coming off of it. I'll go ahead and stir it up. A little bit watery, but not bad. You could always, if you don't like it like that, you could always turn your burner up with the lid off and it'll cook the water right off of it. So we can see little, get that lid out here, it's probably reflecting all strange. We can see little chunks of peppers, and it's all pretty fine. There's no real big chunks in it. And let me get that lid out of my hand. I'll come in here and take a smell of it. It smells a little bit like taco. It doesn't smell really like much at this point. There's no whole beans in it. It's all little tiny tidbits, like they put it through a blender or something. Kind of strange. Let's get a piece of pepper in it, and let's go ahead and just take a taste and see. No. No. I don't ever, I try not to say I don't like something, but I don't like this. This is another episode of the beef stroganoff. This is basically a little bit of stuff in it, and it tastes like, I don't know, like a half a bottle of onion powder and a half a bottle of cumin. And that's all you can taste. That's it. We'll take another little taste of it. I think the call to fix this outside was a really good one. When I did the beef stroganoff, man, I had all the windows in the house open. It freaking stank bad. And that's to put it nicely. Let's try it one more time. I mean, you put a bunch of meat in it, maybe some vegetables. I don't really know. You know, to my taste, this isn't good. And you can see how small everything is cut up in it. It's just really fine. Everything else in the rice is smaller than the grain of rice. A couple pieces of pepper is a little bigger, and that's it. It's really not bad as far as water-wise. It's slightly thin, but by the time it cools down, it's looking about right. And that was adding 4 cups of water instead of 3. So I hate to do this, guys, but the Augason Farms, the last 2 bags we had were really not edible. I mean, it was edible, but it was rough. So there you have it, guys. You know, sorry for the negative review, but that's it for the Augason Farms black beans and rice. Thanks for watching.